What's going on, gamers? aevatrex here, and today we're going to be talking about mainly a project that I started at the beginning of the year, and I wanted to see just how long it might take me. And we're about 5 months into the year, and I'm finally going to be able to finish it today. But before we get into all of that, we also got to go over some of the events that are going on right now. A lot of them are first of its kind, and it's really fun to see all of these different events that are popping up that are a little bit different than the cycle that we have been on. And if you want to make sure that you take advantage of this, make sure that you're using the Amazon Appstore and the Amazon coins, because that's a great way to save on your purchases. And with a lot of these events, depending on your purchases will also depend on the rankings that you get and the rewards. So if you're going to be buying into this event, make sure that you're using the Amazon App Store and the Amazon coins. All the information is going to be down below in the description and in the comment section pinned, so make sure you check it out and follow the links that are there. The first one that we got to talk about is the labor gift, which is basically just swapping out the arrows for stars. And with this one, the rankings are going to be depending on your purchases for the last couple of days. So again, if you haven't already been using the Amazon App Store, this will be a great time to do it. That way you can save some money while you're going for this. The other big things that are going on right now is the Emperor is going to be this weekend, and there is going to be a few changes. We have the permanent Dominion, which is going to be just the regular Emperor that we're used to, and then we have the other Dominions 3 to 1, and those Dominions are going to have a completely different Emperor with different gear and all of that. So I'm excited to see how all of that's going to go. And as you guys know, Emperor is going to be heavy on the Black Wings and heavy on the troops, so it's a great way to be rebuilding as well. And then of course the big one of all, we have the Lords Mobile and the DreamWorks collab with How to Train Your Dragon that's coming up at the first of the month. So make sure that you're ready for this, because this is going to be a 2-month event. So during those 2 months, you'll have a chance to get avatars, emotes, castle skins, gear, and all of that. So if you're going to be purchasing into any of these events, like I mentioned earlier, make sure that you're using those Amazon coins with the Amazon App Store. And if you have not subscribed already, this will be a great time to do it. Now, what exactly did I start up at the beginning of the year and I'm finally finishing up? Well, some of you may know that a lot of these familiars, they have army talents, some don't, some have skills, and some are much better than others. Like for instance, Kiss of Death, very good skill, very hard to max out, and also very expensive to use. But I've pretty much finished all of the skills that I quote-unquote needed, and now I'm just basically finishing out all the skills that are left over just because. And one of the bigger ones that I wanted to figure out was the Mecha Trojan. Now this one I started at level 1. It was level 1 at the beginning of the year, and all I've been doing is upgrading it 3 times per day, no more, no less. 3 times per day. So I will come over here. If I had any of the runes for them, I would use it. If not, I will go ahead and use the fragments. And it was 3 upgrades per day. That's all I would do. And because maybe some of you may not already know, the more you upgrade, the more it's going to cost, whether that's, you know, the fragments or the actual rune. And so the more you use it, the more it's going to cost, and your resources are going to deplete really quickly. But every single day, whenever your account resets, that will go back to the start. So every time the account resets, I'll go ahead and upgrade 3 times, and this is where I've been right now. Now, Trojan Horse, it's one of those abilities that are definitely known for being one of the most expensive and the ones that take the most amount of experience, because level 9 to level 10 requires over 5 million experience. To give you guys an idea, right? A lot of other skills like Contaminate and any of these other skills, they are nowhere near that amount. So this is one of the ones that takes the absolute most. And so I wanted to get an idea as to, okay, everybody for the most part can just go ahead and upgrade 3 times a day, how long would it take for them to actually finish this skill? Now, here's how we're gonna go ahead and finish it. As you guys can tell, we have no more runes for Mega Trojan at the moment. We've kind of used them up as I go, like I mentioned. But because we do have fragments, and these fragments I've only really gotten because I've also, at the same time, I've make sure that I've been using pack 4s during the whole time. So anytime I get the pack 4s, I get some fragments out of that, and that's what we're going. So this is 5 months of fragments that I've accumulated, and now we're gonna go ahead and use them all up to finally finish off this Trojan horse. So I wonder if you guys can guess correctly how many of these fragments I'm actually going to use to finish it off. So we will need essentially 4 million experience. Also, in the off chance that we don't have enough, I do have a failsafe, because I do have some extra runes here of things that we have already finished. And so if it comes down to it, I can just go ahead and break some of these and get some extra fragments, just in case for some reason we just miscalculated or something of the sort. But I don't think we should have any sort of issue. So we're gonna go up to the cap, and then we're just gonna see. The biggest thing we're looking for is any time that it gives me a ×2, or especially a ×5, because there's an off chance that you can get ×5 of the actual experience, and those are the really good ones. So okay, let's go ahead, let's get right into it. 120 fragments is going to give us how much experience? Let's see. So 120 gives me 160,000 experience. Now this went up to 166, like I mentioned. It goes up every time you use it, up to a certain amount. So 166 of these will give me how much experience? 62,000. Okay, and that's the cap right here. 168 will give me 62 every time. Of course, if we get a ×2 or a ×5, that changes quite a bit. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's see. Any times? Nope, just 62. Let's see, ×2. Ooh, there it is. 124,000 on that one. Okay. I'm really wanting a ×5. Let's see if we can get a ×5 here soon. There it is. 300,000. We need to hit that a couple of times more to see if maybe we can leave some of these fragments to finish other skills later on. Let's see. Okay, no times anything on that one. Nothing on that one. Okay, I guess we might have used all our luck. Oh, there we go, ×2. Okay. So we used, what did we use? We used about 1,500 or so fragments for about 1 million experience, but we did get lucky with a ×5. So going by that math, I feel like we should definitely have more than enough fragments as we get a ×2. All right, let's see. I'm really hoping that we get at least like 2 or 3 more ×5s. But they're very, they're not so common, so we'll see where this lives. Oh! As soon as I say that, one pops up. Okay, perfect. All right, let's see. ×2? No ×2. Oh, I feel a ×2 or a times something on this one. Ah! I just felt it. I felt it. All right, I just need a couple more ×5. Let's go. We're at 3 million. And we honestly haven't used that many fragments. I honestly thought that maybe we would need to use a little bit more, but it doesn't really turn out that way. Okay, look at that. Not too shabby. Okay, there we go. We got a ×5. Okay, that's number 2. What did I say? I wanted to get at least 2 or 3 more. We've gotten 2. That means that we're due for at least 1 more. Are we going to get that extra 1? ×5? ×2? Wait, we'll take that. We're fine with that, for sure. 1 more ×5, baby. Come on. 1 more ×5. Save me some shards for other skills. Come on. There it is. Oh my goodness. Right on cue. Let's go. Can you imagine if we get like another one before we even finish this off? I feel a ×2 coming here soon. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm like psychic. ×2 back to back? Okay. And can we end it with a ×2 right here? No, okay. And there it is. ×2 right at the end. Okay, so this should be the last one. There it go. Oh, and we got a ×2 also, even though it was completely unnecessary. But there it is. Trojan Horse completed. Level 10. And now all of the big boys, as far as the skills that I wanted to finish, are completely done. The only thing I have left over now are just the lower level ones, like the Vault Keep and all that. But like, honestly, this is not a big deal. I will go ahead and finish that, you know, whenever we can. Oh, also, completely forgot, but now I don't need to go ahead and train him at all because he's done. So now I just need to find another familiar to train. Let me go ahead and go down the line and show y'all what the familiars I have that are completely not done, although they can be done really fast. But you let me know which one I should be working on next. But yeah, appreciate you guys for coming through. Make sure, like I mentioned before, that you are checking out the description and the comment section down below. That way you can take a look at the link for the Amazon App Store and the Amazon coins. And make sure that you're using that in these coming events, because it's going to be one of those events that spending is probably the best way to go. And so make sure that you're saving with Amazon App Store. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do so. If you have not hit that like button, hit the like button right now. And let me know down in the comment section which one should I do next. But yeah, appreciate you guys for coming through. And until later, bye.